militant again? No, engineering. I like Crimea engineering. See what we can do with it. What's in the game? Rusviet militant. Oh, dadgummit. Oh, it's so strong. Nordic industrial, not as strong. Polania mechanical, not as strong. The way this game goes is going to depend, I think, on how Rusviet plays. Specifically how well Rusviet plays. Okay, we're going to start off with a produce action. Start building up our workers here. Polania's going for that 2 food early in between the move actions. Got Nordic going for early upgrades. Rusviet's probably just going to produce again, because that's what Rusviet does, is produce twice in the first 2 turns. And what are we going to do? We're going to trade for 2 metal, because it's going to cost us 4 to get our speed mech. And we want to get the mech before we get on to metal. So that just works a little bit better. Game's going quickly. That's nice. It's always nice when people take their turns quickly. I find that 15 minutes a person is kind of the sweet spot. I've been in games where I only used 5 minutes, right? 3 to 5 minutes. But then you get Polania or Nordic and you're just having to make lots and lots of decisions about lots and lots of move actions. And then you look up and you're out of time. So 10 minutes just isn't enough. So I usually just go 15. Some people like 18, some people like 20. I'm hesitant to join anything over 20. Alright, 3 workers with militant. Round 3, let's produce again. We're going to get to 8. We're going to get our speed mech next turn with 2 more metal off this trade. We're going to put the speed mech right here, and we're going to produce 1 more time, get the worker star, and then when we move, we'll get our first enlist. This is the moment of truth for Polania. He got a mine and he got oil. But no metal, no mechs. He's got mechanical. That's rough. I have to see what he does, whether he starts trying to trade to get metal for mechs. Just moving to these encounters 1 space at a time. I have to see what he does. Okay, Rusviet gonna get a coin, or is he gonna move something and get the mech? He's gonna move. Maybe move one of those workers down to, yeah. We can't outrace Rusviet Militant. We just can't do it. We're going to try to get ahead of them. It's going to be tough though, because the Militant board makes so much coin. What would Polania do here? Traded for oil and food. That was a good move. Yeah. They got the oil off the encounter, so they traded for 1 oil and food. Their next production can give them an enlist, and then they can trade. They can trade for 2 metal, produce to get an enlist, or get their mech. Won't take them too long to get out of there. It's good for them. I'd hope maybe Rusviet Militant wasn't familiar with the board or wasn't sure what to do with the board. But so far, they look to be doing alright. Okay. Oh, it looks like the stream's coming back now. Great, we're back. Okay. And we are back up. Okay. Let's see. We're going to move. And we're going to move all but 2 workers to this mountain, or to this farm. And we're going to move this character to the mountain. What are we going to do here? We can't do this. We're tempted to do this, but we have 8 workers and we'd be out of popularity. We're going to do this. Because that is combat cards we don't have to use. So does Polania trade for the metal next? No, they got an enlist, didn't they? Yeah, they're just thinking about... No. Okay, there it is. They paid a coin and they got 2 metal. The mech is incoming next turn. We've got a good we've got a good game plan with Crimea engineering. It's just going to be a question of if we can catch up with Rusviet. The more he focuses on upgrades, though, the better our chance. This is just not an upgrade board. We are actually going to run out of coin. We're going to be at 0. We're not going to have to use a gain action or anything like that, but we're going to be scraping the bottom of the barrel on this coin for a little while. Nordic's got workers a little bit all over the place. It's kind of hard to know, in fairness, what to do with Nordic in the industrial board. It's probably my worst board with Nordic. Is Rusviet going to upgrade again? Is he going to get another Mac? What's he going to do? Leave one worker on oil. One worker on oil. And one worker on a village. He's going to pick the worker back up. Where'd that worker go? Did the game just glitch out on me there? Didn't he take a... Oh, his second move, he moved the worker over there. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that at all. We're going to use a... Actually, we didn't have to use a combat card there. And now we have no coin. But we're going to move next turn and enlist, so it's okay. We would have liked to go up there. But Polania has more power than us, and they have more cards than us, so we're going to go somewhere else. And there's the whole part of this where Rusviet's not enlisting, which means we're about to run out of cards. Thankfully, we took this food. That will help. It's got a lot of resources right there. Got a lot of that encounter in the way of materials. What's Russ gonna do? The guy playing Polania is really good at this game. So he doesn't have the most powerful combo in this game, but don't discount him for a minute, especially with the way Rusviet's playing. Okay, we're gonna feel much better about our power situation shortly. So we want to get 4 workers on wood, we want to get 3 workers on the tundra, and we want to get this food away from Polania because he's about to build a submerge mech. So here's what we're going to do. I'll leave 1 worker here, take the food. Go over here, drop the food. 4, 5... Bring these workers with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and end here. And this guy's going to come up here, grab 1, 2, 3, 4 of those workers, and take them over to this wood spot. Alright, we did that right. Don't have to use a card here. We've already got the enlist one. Let's go for this coin one and get some power and another combat card. So we went from 3 power and 1 combat card to 5 power and 2 combat cards. So we're feeling a little bit better about things. And we're in second with 2 coin. Not a very high scoring game so far. How's Nordic doing on this score? He's right there with us. He's got 7 coin, which is good. Rusviet's going to get yet another upgrade. We took a risk there. We could have built another mech and put it here. It would have slowed us down a turn. We're hoping Polania doesn't come and take our wood. We thought they'd go to the factory with one movement. The question is, do they attack us with the other one? No. And we breathe a sigh of relief. So how much food do we have versus how much do we need? We have 7 food, we need 6. That's good. That means we don't have to use any combat cards on our remaining 2 enlists. And seeing as we only have 2 combat cards, we are grateful for that. We are glad we got that encounter, and we are glad we got 4 food off of that encounter. Those 4 food have basically translated into 3 or 4 combat cards for us. How you doing up there, Nordic? Falling behind a little now. It's close though. It's really close. Now we need to start looking at what's the bonus for buildings. It's next to tunnels. And that put us out in the lead. 0 popularity. Polania is going to enlist again and give us a card. That is kind of them. So how much can you get again with the... You get next to all 6 tunnels. You have to be on these 3 spots, don't you? We built one here, which means we can't get all 6 tunnels. So the most we can get is 6 coins off there, which just means 4 tunnels will do fine. Polania can move next time, and they could move 1-2 with one of these guys, and then 1-2 and attack us with them, and then they get a free building. But that would be giving up a lot of popularity, and they're currently at tier 2. So I would be very surprised if they went that route. And sure enough, they're going to build a mech. See if it's camaraderie, though. It is camaraderie. Eee. We may have to slow our game down a turn. Build another mech. Because they could have gone Riverwalk. Why didn't they go Riverwalk? Are they coming for us? It's anybody's guess. We're gonna go ahead and build again. If they come after us, they lose a popularity, and if they win the combat, all we lose is 2 wood. And we can get that back in a trade action, and a trade action is what we'd have to do right now if we're gonna get a mech. This is getting exciting, eh? Does that mean he's coming for me? How many combat cards does Polania have? A lot of power and a lot of combat cards. Can Polania get the Power Star? Maybe. No, I used his factory card. I'm paranoid, apparently. We have 2 buildings left to build. We can get the Power Star here. Polania is winning with that tier 2 popularity. Are we going to get to tier 2 popularity? That's the question. If Rusviet builds buildings, that's certainly going to help. What is the safest place to put this wood? We'll see what Polania does now. We're at 3 stars. The answer is move and attack. Is this a bluff? Does he have 3 wood? Can he spend our wood? He cannot. But he can run away with it. That was an expensive combat, but it paid off. It paid off, and we'll be back to 6 power after our next turn. Nordic's in no position to attack us. Rusviet can always move. He could come in and take our wood, I guess, but he's got his own agenda. He's got his own plan going on. I don't think he's going to do that. We'll see, I guess. Nordic's just kind of trapped up here doing nothing. This is a Polania Crimea game right now. Hopefully Rusviet doesn't jump in on us in our weakened state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 8 workers. He really shouldn't, because he won't be able to produce anymore, and he's got wood, so he obviously wants to build buildings. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna move. Is he really gonna do this? How many moves does he have? He has 3. Is he moving a worker now? Oh, that's right, he's militant. He's building a mech. Alright, we're back to 6 power. We're feeling a little bit safer. Gonna put a mine here. Where can we go that would be safe from Polania? I think maybe we just warp everything back here, use Wayfair. Alternatively, we could go to that, and that, and have 2 guys on 1 space. Polania can use their factory card this time to try to attack us, but I don't know that that's worth it for them. We shall see, I guess. No, they're going to do the encounter. We get 11 coin off a Rusviet building right now. Well, Nordic left the game. I mean, I don't quit games, but it's hard to blame them too much. And now they're going to build mechs because it's a bot. And there comes our popularity. Polania can move 3 turns next time and come after us. Okay. This is a good time to move on the factory. So we're going to do this. Thought he might do that. That's okay. Just gonna lengthen the game. We had to get our combat somehow, right? We can get some wood this turn. probably put it right there. But we had to get a combat. Now Polania is at low power. What are you going to do, Polania? Okay, am I lagged out? Oh, okay. Just thinking. Just thinking. We have the most coin. I used the factory card last time. We're going to put the wood right here. And it's not the biggest deal if they swoop in with the factory card and take it. The reason is that we just come right back and take it back. They can't spend it as the bottom row action of a factory card. Which means we take it back, we get our combat card. Or not our combat card, we get our second combat star. Oh, hello. What's he doing? So I'm perplexed. Maybe he thinks that we're going to put the wood there and he's going to come back and get it, but we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to spend the 3 oil he just gave us. That's strange. We're going to use the 3 oil to upgrade the building to only cost 1 wood, and then we're going to use our remaining combat card next time to build a building somewhere. We've got even with him booting that worker, we've still got an 11 coin lead over Polania. Rusviet wants in on the action. He's just way too far out of reach. I mean, that hurts Polania far more than it hurts me. I mean, even with the Mac and the extra coin, he's still 22 points behind. And doesn't really matter. Polania has a single move. That means they can only bump one worker. Unless they can just drag workers through our buildings. They should bump this worker. Oh, you missed it, Joy. You missed it. Rusviet can do it. I mean, it would extend the game by a turn or something like that. I doubt Rusviet sees it. So that's the thing, we do need to have a worker to build a building, and we can't build one there because there already is a building. So we need this guy to be here at the start of my turn if we're going to end it. Does Russ see it? I mean, it probably doesn't change anything. Anybody see what he did? He upgraded. Russ did not see it. Double check the score one last time. We're going to skip this top action. We don't need any of this. We don't want to spend the coin. Don't need the popularity. We have a combat card. And there it is.